In this video, I'm going to be redesigning every character in the main cast of my show, Bearded and Goomba. My main goal is to make the characters look a lot better, but will they actually turn out good? Stay tuned till the end of the video to see how the designs turned out. I hope you enjoy the video, guys. So I'm going to start off with Bentley's design. I think the only bad thing about his design is that it's just not very detailed. Like, his boots aren't really the same size, and he's very flat feeling. Like, his eyes could be a lot more detailed. His whole body in particular could be more detailed. So that's what I'm going to work on. So here's the new design for Benny. I forgot to record myself making this one. But it was a lot better, I will say that. I like the boots a lot better than the last one. The boots look a lot smoother than before, more detailed, as with the rest of his body, as I've added a tuft of white hair on his chest to kind of separate him to make him not look as much like Goomba. Here's the new design and the old design right next to each other so you guys can see the difference. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Next up, we've got Goomba, who pretty much has the same problem as Bentley's design, which is the fact that this design is also very simplistic, which I'm going to try and fix. So let's see how that turns out. This is a sped up replay of me designing this new version of Goomba. As you can see, she looks blind. It's pretty cursed. But I eventually fill them back in and add more detail to the eyes. I'm using multiple colors for the pupils, and then I removed all her facial features before adding them back again, and then adding fur details. But what do you think of this design? Is it an upgrade? Next up, we have Poochie, who has a little bit more detail to her character than the previous two, but there's still problems with it, such as the shade under her hat, which has a gap in it on two sides, and also her boots are a little under detailed compared to the past two redesigns. So that's what I'm going to work on. Here we go. I'm adding the shade back, fixing it all the way across. Ended up having to fix her eye back. That was a nightmare. Then I realized I kind of messed up the bottom of the cap, so I had to fix that. And then I added some fur, but I thought, it doesn't look right. So I went to detail her feet, and then also that poofy thing around her shoes like Bentley has. And then I started adding more detail to her boots, and then that was it. Let me know what you think about this one compared to the previous design. Next up, we've got Rocky, who, just like the rest of them, has a very simplistic design, which I'm going to try and fix. I just think, it's very boring, her design right now. So I'm going to give her some boots like Bentley has. Her boots have a similar design to Bentley's shoes. And they have like a bump, just like his. But I'm also going to add that poofy thing around it. I still, for the life of me, don't know what that's called. Once I was done with that, I was trying to add some shoelaces, but they ended up looking like garbage, so I removed them. Then just added like a shine, I guess you could say, and some detail to the boots. But then I had to cut into her body to make it look like she had legs again. Yeah, I know. Pretty weird. Once that was through, I decided to go in and add some detail to her eyes. Since they aren't very detailed like the rest of the redesigns I've done so far, so I started by putting them in and then adding multiple colors to make it more shiny, realistic, whatever word you want to use on that. I finished the design by adding some fur details, just like the past few characters. But yeah, I think it looks a bit better than the last one. Here they are side by side. Tell me what you guys think. Next up, we've got Bearded, and I'm not even going to say it this time, but you know what, never mind. She's simple, just like all the rest. Her tail is messed up. I don't know if you guys can tell. But yeah, first I'm going to start by fixing the eyes a little bit, making them a bit more detailed. Next, I added some fur spots, details, whatever, and put those all over her before working on the tail, like I said. I then added a yellow necklace around her neck, which is actually a reference to an old, believe it or not, is a direct reference to when she wore a full yellow outfit. In the episode, I think it was called Bearded's Birthday. Here's a comparison of this design compared to the previous one. Last but not least, I'll be fixing Libby's design. Now, out of all of them, she has the most detailed design, and that's probably because she's the most recent design that I've done. So, I'm going to start off by fixing her boots, making them a bit more detailed, and detailing that fluff around the shoes, whatever that's called. I don't know why I won't look that up, but yeah, start by adding detail to that. I then added detail to the rest of the fluff that's on her outfit. Somewhere along the line, however, I accidentally drew some of the poof or whatever on her hoof. So I ended up having to draw her hoof back where it was, which was kind of hard. And there you have it, her design's finished. Now that we have redesigned every character, it's time to show them off. But before we do that, please consider going down there and hitting that subscribe button and the like button if you've enjoyed this video so far. And now it's the time you've been waiting for. We're gonna show all the characters together. Here we go. Wait a minute, those aren't the right designs. Come on, show the new ones.